Kit Kat?
Sure.
Okay. So you introduce it. If you want. Okay, so this is the special behind the scenes director's commentary of Vigne. It's the 20th anniversary of when we made this movie. Found it in a dusty archive, and we brushed off all of the dust and cobwebs and zombie juices and have digitally remastered it and enhanced it, and going to do an audio commentary for a DVD or Blu-ray release later in the year. Yeah, have a Kit Kat.
Thanks.
Now do your introduction. This is Dave R.H. Badger, and I was the director of photography on the picture, and this is
Me.
me. It's helpful.
It is. I'm the mystery me. I'm the one who did all the editing and on-set runarounds, and I go by mystery me because no one ever remembers my name.
Okay. So I think that's enough introduction. What we'll do, we'll play the video, and minty, and just
I thought it was just mould.
yeah, it has been there for a while.
It's a green Kit Kat.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just press play on this thing. This is the first time we've seen it in about 20 years. So we may just sit here and watch and remember and go, wow, what the hell were we thinking? What were we on? Okay, and starting. Cell phone.
Quiet on set.
Okay. I remember this particular day being absolutely really freezing, and we had to get up really, really early in the morning to get this particular shot because there was going to be snow later that afternoon.
I remember one of the drivers, they took off from the parking lot. So I remember we were leaving and one of the van's wheel had broken down, and we had to wait for 3 hours for a taxi to come and take the crew of 37 between the vans, because it was one of those bus vans.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it was the weekend and they didn't want to give us a replacement one because it'd be like after hours and weekend fees and all the rest of that. Okay, so the interesting shot. Excuse me. Change. Do you want to explain the subtitles and all the special effects that were going on in this scene at the moment?
Well, we decided the extra special effects of the vine branch moving to the left needed to be animated in with 3 other fake ones, but we decided to stick with just the one, as we figured 3 would make it a little too unrealistic, and 1 kind of fit in quite well for what the scene was actually trying to portray.
Okay, I remember trying to get the particular amount of light coming in at the top of the screen there was really controlled, and we had to block out basically 3/4 of the set in order to get this one particular patch of light, and that's sort of given the shadow effect in the bottom and enabled a nice area to add all of the movement in later on.
I remember it took us about 4 hours to try and get the fence in the background to come up as some strange blurred but light sort of thing, as you can see in the back there. It took us about 3 hours to find the right spot for the camera to sit for that to happen. And then in editing just got out of control with that as well, because some people wanted it to have a different sort of tinge to it.
World War II factories about chocolate. I remember the script for the subtitles about all of the subtle like racist jokes and things that would be included. Black coffee. Yeah.
Rooster named Coffee.
Ducks in the backfield. I remember that because the magpie and the fight between the magpies and the ducks, and you wouldn't think it, but ducks are ridiculously vicious when they want to be, and I do understand internet vines now. I don't understand why the script had that in there.
I think it was supposed to be a double meaning, because this is a Vine that was on the internet, but it was also a Vine that was on the internet. So.
Oh, okay, and because it's not actually the length of a Vine video, it's really long, and so it's...
No, it's because the plant is a Vine, and it's on the internet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
$2 pick and mix. Wow, you can't get $2 pick and mixes anymore.
It's like $3 an hour or something like that.
Yeah, I remember going down to the dairy and you could pick out what you wanted, and you just said, yeah, I want that one and that one. And remember the Batman toys. I remember all of those Batman toys that we used to have.
Mm.
He wants to play with the Batman with bites in his head. Wasn't it that time that they brought out the one that looked like it had been beaten up and through the sewers, and so it had all of that like stuff hanging off the side of it?
Oh yeah.
Used to get beat up. Imagine having 4 eyes. What a headache. Not tonight, dear, I have a headache. It's like there's one last stab before the end of the video.
I remember the video sort of, we finished filming on set, and sort of like how it is while we're recording now, it just sort of pelted down with rain just out of nowhere.
Yeah, so like ran out of time just as we've finished the shot. Probably couldn't have asked for a better timing. So I like all of these credits. Just some of them are quite genuine, some of them are they sound silly, but they actually were genuine people or genuine credits doing all of these jobs. And some of them are just like pseudonyms. So like there was really like 30 people on the entire crew, but some people were doing 5 or 6 different jobs each day, so we just like changed their name according to their initials and came up with a new name, but it was really just the same person. So if you see somebody with the same sort of initials, it was just that one person doing like 5 different jobs depending on what was required.
Remember a couple of people tried using that as a tax dodge, saying that they'd done like 3 different jobs, but it didn't quite work. It didn't quite work because the names didn't match up to anyone who legally existed. So.
This is probably a good way of doing it. You do 5 different jobs and claim 5 different paychecks under different names, but it's all going to the same bank account. So who would know? You know, JT Investments. It doesn't mean that John Thomas or Jimmy Thompson or John Toogood. Is that even a name? It could be.
Could be. I know this day and age.
Strange people have strange names these days. I mean, look at some of these names. They're like Ralph, Lynette Ralph. I mean, who has a name like Ralph, really? Director, AD, BC, BCE, stunt choreographer, and then there was just like one stunt in the whole thing. I don't know why it needed choreography. It was just one guy getting kicked in the nuts. I mean,
well, if you think about it, though, you need to have that sort of controlled situation. It needs to be organised. It's one stunt, but there's one stunt that's for safety wise.
Oh, I suppose you got to have all of the like the crash pads and the guys with the harnesses and catching and
yeah. I remember they were talking about it, and they had to go over the choreography of it for about a week before we were actually allowed to do it on set.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you working with professionals, you don't want just any old actor to get hurt by somebody not knowing how to do it properly.
Yeah. It's worth the extra expense.
It's interesting, all of these, like the model builders and props and all the rest of that, because like you're saying, we did a lot of things in post-production. Even for 20 years ago, we did 90% of the shot was post. I think we probably, if we'd have done this today, we probably would have just had it on a green screen and worked it out.
I don't even think we would have had to have had the need for an actual Vine.
Yeah, we probably would have just
everything would have been digital.
Everything, yeah. It's funny what changes in the industry in 20 years that man with walking stick. I mean, see,
we wouldn't even have needed him.
Yeah, I mean,
just use the stick and just ignore the man entirely. I mean, so much easier.
You've seen the dog walking thing, the invisible dog. It would be just the same as that. We just find a dog to walk an invisible man, and it's
much easier.
Yeah,
dogs are easier to control. Dogs and children. easiest thing to direct around.
Yeah. Man pointing at woman with camera.
I think that one was actually a mistake, but we decided to credit it.
Yeah. Wasn't that like the final edited scene or something right at the end?
Yeah, it was near the end with the last subtitle.
Decided to cut it for time, but we thought we'll credit the person anyway because they stuck around on set for the whole time.
I don't even think we actually paid him, so it's sort of a nice response back to him.
Yeah, a nod to say thanks for turning up. Sorry, we ran out of money.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's the director's commentary of Loving 20th anniversary special. Thanks for listening to us ramble. See you in another 20 years. Thanks.
If we're alive.
Thanks from the Badger and
Mystery me.
mystery guest.